Community activist Pamela Mabini will be laid to rest in her hometown at a Feather Market Hall in Gqeberha in the Eastern Cape. Mabini was shot dead in the driveway of a home in KwaZakhele. Last week, she was found inside her car with multiple gunshot wounds. The 47-year-old was a regular attendee supporting the victims in the trial of rape-accused Timothy Omotoso. As SABC News reporter Zolani Moya has more.
Hundreds of mourners have gathered here in large numbers to pay their last respect. The 47-year-old Pamela Mabini was gunned down the last week. She became the second person to be gunned, the second whistleblower to be gunned down in Gqeberha. To tell us more, I am joined by Pam's uncle. So obviously the family must have been devastated.
Thanks, SABC. This week has not been a very good week to us. Losing a member of the family, it's quite a painful thing. Moreover, today becomes one of the most painful days where we are going to lay to rest her remains. We need to accept that we won't see her again. This is the last day of her chapter. It's quite a painful thing. We are very devastated.
Do you think government has done enough in terms of protecting whistleblowers?
I think, although this question is quite a broad one, but I think there is still room for government to improve the protection of whistleblowers. They are not adequately protected. If there is protection, I think it's too minimal. It leaves people open or subjected to all sort of threats. And I remember at one stage, it was in 2018 when the first attempt to Pam's life was done. It was 2018, and subsequent to that, there were a number of threats, that were made to her life. I'm not trying to cast any aspersion or implying that she was gunned down because of being a whistleblower, but I'm saying, in general, there must be a way of improving to protect the whistleblowers.
As family, how would you guys want Pam to be remembered?
Pam's role was larger than life. She was a very instrumental and a source of living within the family, but not only to the family, but to the broader society. One of her words, if I may quote, not necessarily verbatim, but she once said she wants to be remembered when she's gone. She wants to be remembered as a person who was always willing and available to assist and help those who are in need. This is what would continue to stay with us, that Pam was that type of a person who was easily accessible, who had a good heart, who always wanted to serve the most needy people. If you go back and look at her profile, the Maro Foundation, they were providing sanitary towels to the needy children, they were providing school shoes, they were providing uniform to all the needy people. She went to an extent even of providing food to those who do not have shelter. She was that type of a person. And I think it's upon us as a family and also as a community of Port Elizabeth, that is Gqeberha, to carry on with her legacy.
Thank you very much, sir, for availing yourself to speak to us at the SABC. I know this must have been a very difficult time for you and your family. Thank you very much. With me now, I am joined by another prominent leader, Andile Lungisa, who needs no introduction. Andile, of course, is a member of the African National Congress. Andile, can you tell us about the relations that you had with Pam?
No, we're very close with Pam, all of us. Even when we moved from here in Gqeberha to Johannesburg, when we were elected in the leadership of the Youth League, we were received by Pam with her energy. Pam decided to come back to PE to work in our own areas as a human rights activist. All of us were very impressed. We supported Pam. She will interact with us. She will interact also with the issue of the Youth League of the ANC Comrade Balloon. She was a friendly person, which we supported her in all what she was doing in our own communities. We were very shocked as a movement, also as a members of the community, Nelson Mandela Metro, where criminals can kill a girl, can kill a young woman. If you talk about this community, it used to be a community of creative industries, of music, is a community of theater. It's very shocking what is happening in our communities. I think it's a high time that as community, including as leaders, we must be able to stand up, because we cannot allow where women they are killed, especially people who are doing community work, who are giving back to their own communities.
Thank you very much, sir, for speaking to us. That was Andy Lelunguisa, one of Pam Mabina's closest friend. In the Nelson Mandela, Pam was quite popular, particularly towards her work in terms of changing the lives of the poorest in the region. Not only that, but I mean, there are large numbers of Monas that have gathered to pay their last respect. Not only that, from here we are indeed going to proceed to Forest Hill.
Zolani, thank you very much indeed.